Hey guys, and welcome to my Project Pan update. I've made quite a bit of progress, I think. Well, let's start with the things that I have finished. I finished the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Concealer, which I would show you, but I can't find it. But I did finish that. I'm calling quits on the Photoready foundations. I literally cannot pump anything out of either of these anymore, so I'm not gonna force the issue. They're done, and I'm happy with that. Happy with that. My Dune Rose lipstick, there is, there's a tiny little bump there. I could dig it out, I could work on it more, but I really don't want to. It's a little wasteful, it is, I agree, but for the sake of time constraints, I'm gonna call this done as well. And last thing that I'm gonna call donezo is this little guy. This little guy will not sharpen any further than this, so once this little nub has worn down, he's done. So, my first month, and I finished 5 things. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. As far as everything else goes, I haven't actually, well, if you've been watching my makeup bags, then you'll know that I've only been focusing on a certain amount of products. But the ones that I have been focusing on, I have made a lot of progress on. For example, the pink blush lipstick from Rimmel. I should have took pictures that I could insert. I did mark on the cap here where it was, and I don't think you're going to see it because it's like black on dark brown. Okay, so imagine this is the bottom of the lipstick. It was up here, it is now down here somewhere, so was up here, is now down there. Don't know if that's gonna visualize it or anything, illustrate the point, but I have had quite a lot of progress with this. I've pretty much worn it all the time for the last 2 weeks, and I think I'm gonna continue using this for many more weeks. My lip liner in Tea Rose from e.l.f. That is all I have left of it. I think that's probably about a week to 2 weeks worth left. So I'm just gonna carry on plowing through this guy. I did use a little bit of the Lilac Pastelle lip gloss, but not too much. Like it's down to here, basically. It just doesn't. It's more of a spring colour, and I am contemplating swapping this out for a different lip gloss, but we'll see how it goes. Mostly I was using the Chanel lip gloss, which kind of is all shooken up because I've just pulled this out of my makeup bag. But we're in a similar sort of state than last time. I'm just scraping the edges even more. I think by the next update, if this isn't finished already, I will probably have the stopper pulled out and be scraping the edges even more. I did use the Lipfinity lip gloss, lip lacquers quite a bit, but it doesn't want to show me how much is left in there, so I'm just going to keep working on these until I can clear out the sides and everything. And that is it for lip products. For eye products, I'll start with the eye bases. These guys. I've still got quite a bit of the vanilla to go. I didn't use it all too much. I ended up just focusing on the bad, I keep wanting to say bad the bronze, but it's not, it's on and on bronze. And it was starting to get a little bit dry, so I did kind of mix it up and I scraped it all along to one edge, and it is a lot more, like, it's a lot softer and creamier now that I've given a mix up, and as you can see that's all I have left of it. So I'm just kind of focusing on this and just going, you know, just plowing on, trucking on with it. So I'm very happy with that. As far as the eyeliners go, like I said, I'm calling the black liner done. As far as the Jordana one goes, I haven't actually used it all month. The Eyeko eyeliner, I have had sharpen about 2 or 3 times, so I am making steady progress on it. Still enjoying it. I'm still going to use it until it's finished. So yeah. I think I might try using it as a base maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think of something to help use it up faster. And as for eyeshadows, I hit pan again on the Ivory Coast. I did repress it and everything, and yeah. It's actually going really quite quickly. I didn't realise how little was left in it until I repressed it, and now I've hit pan it again and there's like barely anything left. Another shadow that I did repress was the Taupe from NYX. I don't know if you can really see that. There's now like maybe only half the pan left. And I just use this as a transitional area kind of thing. And again, I don't think this will take me too long to hit pan again. I think maybe by the end of October I will probably hit pan on this again. And onto the 3 big eyeshadows, and I'm not, complete side note, but ever since I dyed my hair with this stuff, I dyed it about 2.5 weeks ago, but my hair is coming out in clumps. Like handfuls of hair are coming out every time I wash my hair, and I know your hair goes through shedding periods and stuff, but I'm a bit concerned. Just a little bit concerned. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure I'm just being paranoid, but you know, if anyone else has had experience with this whole oil, it's supposed to be a hair dye enriched with oils and stuff, and I don't know. Maybe I'm allergic to it. I'm not sure. I've never been allergic to hair dye before, so I didn't do a strand test. I know I'm stupid. Anyways, back to eyeshadows. These guys. Dark brown, I have been making steady progress with. As you can see, most of the peaks are worn away. Same with brown. Pretty much all of the peaks have worn away on brown, and is getting a nice dip in the middle as well. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I hit pan on this by the end of October. I use this every single day as like a crease and to blend under my lower lash line. And lastly we have Silk, which I haven't used quite as much of. It still has pretty much all of its peaks. It is starting to get a bit of a dip in the middle, but then I don't use as much of this as I do the other two, because this literally just goes on the inner half of my lid. So this might be a little, I might be hard pressed to finish this one by the 1st of January, but we'll see. We shall see. And onto face products. Unfortunately this is a bit shaken up. It fell over and it sort of, you know, the product spread all over the glass, but this is where I was when I did my first video for this project. This is where I am now. I think this will probably actually be finished by the end of November maybe. So exciting stuff. The Lumi Magique, this is where I am now. I think I might be done with this before the next update. This stuff is going really fast. I use about a pump of it every day. Next we have the Match Perfection from Rimmel. I'm not actually sure where this is. It shook up. Basically I knocked these bottles off my desk. I sat them up so they would lay flat so I can mark them, and they all fell off basically. So I'm not actually sure where I am with this. I've only been using it for about a week now, but I think I must be making some form of progress. Hopefully by next month it'll be more noticeable and I'll be able to mark the bottle and it'll all be fine. For concealers, I'm working between the Revolution and the NYX now that I don't have the Lumi Magique. I use the Revolution when I'm applying my makeup in the morning, and I use the NYX one for touch-ups throughout the day, and I'm working my way through them. There's not a whole lot of product left in these, as you can see. Like, it is scraping around the edges for both of them. There are little gaps in the product, so I can't see these lasting too much longer. Maybe by the end of October, halfway through November, they'll probably be done. Oh, I forgot my other foundation. The Estee Lauder, the big Kahuna, whatever. The big guy. So this is where I was when I started, when I did my last video, and this is where I am now. I think if I keep up this progress, I will probably finish this by the end of December, no doubt. I love this foundation. I probably will repurchase it in the future. It's just this is an old bottle and I did buy it second hand from a person, so try and get it used up while it's still good. For highlight, the MAC by Candlelight MSF. I don't know if you can see that. It is very flat up in there now. Just a little bit of a bump left. Super excited. I know I'm like nowhere near hitting pan on it, but the goal for that one was just to get use out of it. This is the Body Shop Honey Bronzer. It was starting to lift up out of the pan and crumble, so I did repress it. It didn't quite go all the way back to the sides, so my bad. But it is coming on along really well. I think I will probably have hit pan on this again by the time I do my next update. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and this will definitely be the sort of bronzer that will see me through colder months when I'm like super pale. So we're getting on with that. For cream blush, I haven't touched the soft pink yet. I'm still working on the natural from NYX. As you can see, the pan is huge and getting huger by the day. It's definitely still full around the edges, but to be honest, by the time I get to my next update, I think I will probably have cleared out this whole section here and it will just be this bit left. So fingers crossed. As for powder blushes, Candid Coral is only got this much left. I did totally underestimate how much product was left in here. I was like, oh yeah, there's probably only like a week or two of blush left here. No. This stuff is resilient as hell and stubborn. But yeah, I think maybe this will definitely be gone by the next update. I can almost guarantee that, but yeah, just a tiny little bit left. Hanging in there. And then we have Nude from 17, which I used for a couple of days. I will probably get more use out. Well, I'll definitely get more use out of it once that blush goes. But yeah, I think this one will be a challenge also. But yes. And lastly is the powders. My HD setting powder. I think I'm definitely making more progress on this. Last time I showed it, I think the powder was a lot closer to the holes than it is now. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't really know how to gauge loose powders and things. If it was in a clear container, then fine, but when it's closed up like this, I can't really mark it or anything. The Facefinity powder, I didn't really use all that much, so it pretty much still looks the same. And the Rimmel powder, the Stay Matte, I did have to repress because it's smashed. And yeah, I think this will probably be gone within the next 2 weeks. So that is that, and that is everything, I think. Apart from the mascaras are still trucking on. So yeah, not really much I can say about the mascaras. Still using them. Anyways, that was my Project Pan update. The sun is coming in really strong now for, I don't know. We're having freakishly warm weather for the time of year. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.